Hey there, Aries. Welcome to a reading for the, this is actually your bonus June reading. This is going to be a biggest unforeseen changes that are coming in for you at this time. But Aries, let's see what is going on for you. I am going to take this card, but I'm just going in the wrong order here, Aries. So let's do that. But I am going to take that because I felt it. But Aries, make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what is going on for you at this time. Ooh, I love it. You show up as yourself as a center card. Whenever you show up as yourself in the center, that really puts you in a position of power and strength. So, and you have the strength card as I'm saying strength. So there you go, Aries. Definitely a major change coming in for you here. This is pretty crazy, but we'll see what's going on. This is a timeless reading, by the way, so it is for whenever you find it. But you start off with this main female energy here. So some of you could be dealing with another lady, or you could be dealing with a main female in general. For a lot of you, I feel like this is more talking about being in kind of this like creative space for whatever reason. You do have this adjudication card as well. Some of you could be going through a legal matter. I'm kind of picking up on divorce here with the Tower, so this could be part of the change that you're going through. I'm not so sure that you're upset about it. You have the Devil here. So if you are going through a divorce, I feel like you are kind of removing a toxic person from your life in general with this energy. And either you are dealing with a female or you are the main female in this situation. You have and again, you could just be the main person, right? I don't attach gender to my card, so take it how it resonates. But you have the Six of Cups, the Star, and the Knight of Cups here, and I feel like you're going through. I do get major healing vibes in this row, so I feel for some of you that you're kind of going through healing based off of whatever this upcoming Tower moment is. It's kind of like one of those things. I think people forget that it's like the Tower can come up and, it can kind of be a good thing. It's like you could be kind of going through a Tower moment. But this Tower moment, even though you're being reduced down to your foundation, we always rebuild the Tower stronger. The point of the Tower is that the top of the Tower has to fall away. It is something that is weak. It is something that needs to be rebuilt. So I do feel for a lot of you that it's kind of like you see this Tower coming, especially if you're going through a divorce. It's like, you can go through the Tower in a divorce and it can be a good thing because it's like one of those things. It's like, yeah, the reason it shows up as a Tower is because, divorce always sucks. It doesn't matter what side you're on. It's not a comfortable situation. It's not something anybody wants to go through. But at the same time, it can be a good thing because it's like eventually the Tower says, yeah, you're going through a divorce, but it's being removed from your life because eventually it will come to an end. And then you can rebuild after, right? And that's kind of like what I'm getting here. For others, I feel like something is giving you hope in this first row. The Knight of Cups can be like a dreamy energy. Normally, Knight of Cups is like normally looking into a cup. He is imagining his future life. So for a lot of you, I do get this like more kind of like dreamy energy here, Aries. And let's see where this is going for you. Aries people, lovers, some of you are definitely thinking about love. With this energy. Funny enough, lovers is a crossroads, so some of you could be at a crossroads in a love relationship, and you could just be ending it or going through a divorce, like I already said. You have the Seven of Cups here, and dreaming. I like this. And you have the Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords wanted to come up in reverse, which, could be a good thing for you here. You could be kind of going through a rebirth here. For a lot of you, I feel that this is like a little bit of mental pressure is what I'm feeling. That's like the word that's popping into my head is mental pressure. Some of you, I feel like, could be experiencing some like mental Tower moments, mental chaos here. I would just, again, I'm not a doctor or a professional anything, right? I'm a professional YouTuber, which means nothing. So, again, if you need professional help for something, I would definitely get it. I feel like it'll heal you. But again, do not take this as professional advice. I don't know what I'm talking about, right? So for a lot of you, I feel, or for some of you, if you're experiencing any mental pressure or anything like that, there's no shame in, asking for help or getting someone to help you or whatever. I feel like it'll actually kind of help things move along in a lot of ways. For others, I do get like racing thoughts. Like I get racing thoughts here on the Seven of Cups. It's like trying to keep up with a lot of details. That's the best way I can describe this energy that I'm feeling. Like I'm trying to keep up with a lot of different details. Like I'm trying to like get ahead, And so I feel that could be where some of this pressure is coming from here, Aries, is that it's almost like, it's almost like a Hydra, right? It's like, the mythology of the Hydra is you chop its head off and two heads appear. You chop those heads off, four heads appear, right? So I kind of get that for some of you, I do feel the pressure could be you dealing with a monster in your life here. And I don't want to scare you because, again, it looks like you could be slaying this monster for sure in the future. And but again, I feel like you're kind of dealing with the situation maybe. You have the Chopwood card. The Chopwood card kind of just says, get busy, do what you can. I feel like sometimes we get in these situations where we create a big monster in our lives. And it's like the best thing we can do is chip away at it little by little. It's like, because if we wait, it's like the worse and worse it gets. And I'm kind of getting that feeling for some of you that you could be in a situation where it's like the longer you wait, the worse and worse it'll get. So I would just like start doing what you can now. And I feel like you'll be amazed, especially if you're dealing with like a difficult situation in your life. I feel like if you could just start moving forward and chipping away at it, you'll be amazed at what you can accomplish. And you come up in a very strong position here. You have the Five of Pentacles, the Emperor, and the Seven of Swords. Definitely a heavy energy that I get in your reading at this time, Aries. And again, I don't want to scare you, but again, I have to deliver what I get here, right? And we're, of course, you're watching tarot to come up with solutions. People always tell me I'm too positive in my readings. And it's like, if I were just to come in here and tell you, oh, your life is going to shit and you're going to be living on the streets, great. How is that for a solution? It's not. So, my readings are not too positive. They're solution-based, and that's what I'm going to give you here. So, again, no need to panic. The reason you're watching tarot is for solutions to whatever this is that you're going through. You have the Five of Pentacles, Emperor, and the Seven of Swords. Again, I feel like you're going through something very heavy with this energy where you could be worried or fearing being left out in the cold. This is a fear of loss is what I'm getting here. But you're actually in power here. You show up as yourself with the Emperor card. Seven of Swords is, again, a card of trying to make things perfect. And that's what I feel could be a little bit of a challenge for you here, Aries, is that the Seven of Swords, normally it's the guy who's trying to steal the Seven Swords from an army that's in the background of the card. But he can't take all the swords. There's still two swords normally behind him, and it kind of represents the fact that he can never, ever make things 100% perfect, and none of us ever can, right? We will never be able to create a perfect opportunity in any area of our lives. There will always be things that come up, and I feel like you have to realize that. You have the Eight of Cups here. Some of you could be walking away from something with this card. You have the Two of Swords as well, needing to see that there's a solution right behind you as well. Whatever you're worrying about here, Aries, I feel like you need to realize that you need to turn around and see, she needs to turn around and see that there's new land behind her here. And it's like she's trying to protect herself. Sometimes I think we can get into those situations where it's like we're so afraid of loss, right? With that Five of Pentacles, we're so afraid of what is on the other side of the darkness on the Eight of Cups that we don't realize that it's everything we want is on the other side of the darkness. Everything we want is on the other side, is what this card says, basically. And you have the Five of Cups, yeah. Like I said, I feel like you're majorly fearing some sort of loss here, whether it's of a relationship, a job. For some of you, I'm getting the word status is popping into my head as well. And again, I don't want that to sound like as bad as it does. But what I would say to you, Aries, is like, I feel like for some of you, it's like you reached a certain level in your career, or you've reached a certain level in your business. And I feel like this is the fear of losing that level of status. This is the fear of losing something that is truly great. I would let go of those fears. And again, in 2023, Jupiter is going to enter into your sign, Aries. Amazing, right? And what I will say to you is that even this year, it's in your 12th house, and that is also very good. That can also be very good for sure. And next year, it'll be in your 12th house as well. What I will say to you is that one of my best years ever was when Jupiter was in my 12th house. So, and then when it's actually entering into my first right now, but I'm sure when that happens, good things will happen as well. But what I'm just saying is you can get a lot of benefits from Jupiter in your 12th house. And I feel like you need to realize that here. You have a lot to gain here, Aries, with this energy. But I do, again, I'm not going to sugarcoat this. I feel like for some of you, you could be in a kind of like a dark place, or you could be experiencing this fear of loss, or that could be something that is controlling you at this time. You have the devil right here. So the devil is being bound and stuck to something. Really, it's a pretty simple reading because just intuitively, my intuition is telling me that you are fearing the loss of something. I feel like you have a lot to gain, and that's what you need to realize with this energy. You have the Magician, the Strength card, and the Tower. The Magician is a new beginning, and it is also a card of creating your own reality. So you have the talents, gifts, skills, and abilities to get to where you need to go here, Aries. I feel like you just need to kind of believe in yourself more with that Magician card. The Strength card, number one, I do also kind of pick up on the fact that there could be a person who's coming in for you who can help you. This does not have to be in love, by the way, Aries. This could just be a mentor, a guide, a person a family member who wants to help you, but I feel like there is someone who is kind of going to help you move forward here with that Strength card. The Tower, for a lot of you, I feel like you already see this coming. Like, I feel, in a lot of ways that, especially if this is a divorce situation, again, a divorce is a tower, and it's like if you're involved in it, it's like you already know that something is coming to an end, right? I feel like you don't realize what you have to gain here in this reading. I'm going to pull an extra row. We're going to literally ask what you have to gain here in just a second, but let's see what's going on here. You have the Queen of Swords. I kind of like that because to me that kind of says you're starting to see things clearly with the Queen of Swords. To me, that says that you're starting to see the things that you do have to gain, or you will be soon. Yeah, Ten of Cups, fortune after difficulty, healing, happiness, a lot of good things coming in for you here, Aries. And the Three of Cups, a major celebration coming in for you here as well. For some of you, this is going to kind of sound weird, but I feel like it's almost like someone's higher self is celebrating this loss here. In a lot of ways, especially for those of you who are interested in love. It's like, it's almost like there's another person who's your perfect person that exists out there. And it's like they've just been waiting for you to end this situation that's been difficult to end. Like maybe some of you are divorcing a person, but you don't want to really get divorced. Or maybe you're leaving someone and you don't really want to leave this person. But it's almost like someone in the future is much better. And I feel like it's almost like this is their future self celebrating the fact that this loss has happened, because it's like inviting this person into your life. But Aries, I'm going to jump right into this. Let's see, what do you have to gain from all of this here, Aries? That's what we're going to ask. Something with a lot of potential. I like that. Trust your intuition. You have the Eight of Cups here, definitely walking away. Eight of Cups represents the period after a new moon as well. So it does represent walking into darkness. But the trick with the Eight of Cups is to not get sucked down into an emotional whirlpool. That's the way to think of the Eight of Cups, is it's almost like a whirlpool spinning down. It can represent getting sucked down into your emotions. But it's kind of like you have a choice. On the traditional Eight of Cups, it's like the guy is walking on land, and he is walking into darkness. He doesn't really know where he's going, Eight of Cups here, but he is walking towards the Nine of Cups, something he wishes. Yeah, Queen of Wands. Very interesting that the Queen of Wands shows up here, because Queen of Wands, there is an element of needing to trust your inner guidance with the Queen of Wands. She is the only Wands court card that does not have salamanders on her card, and the salamanders in tarot represent being protected from fire, being protected from being burned. And so for a lot of you, it's kind of like you're in this period of time where you are in darkness and you're not really sure where you're going. Queen of Wands asks you to be bold, to be assertive, to really go for the things that you desire to have in your life. But again, you really have to go for them. That High Priestess is a card of secrets, but it's also a card of potential. And I feel like there's something entering into your awareness here. Yeah, something new. Page of Pentacles. In a lot of ways, this is the fear of this, all this right here is the fear of having to learn something new, which is true. I mean, if you're leaving a relationship and you've been in love for a long period of time, it's like having to learn a new person can definitely be very scary. You have the Eight of Wands. Quick success, though, coming in for you here with this energy. Something is dying in your life. It's almost like I'm psychic or something here, Aries. There you go. Death card. I literally said it's like something is dying, and then I pulled the death card. There you go. For a lot of you, I feel like something is dying, but you need to allow this thing to die. It's like it's kind of like the whole, I'm getting this moral thing popping in my head. It's like if you see an animal that is suffering, for example, in the wild, it's like, do you put the animal down, or do you let nature take its course? Which is the right answer? And I'm not making a moral statement here. Please realize that, right? So, I'm sure PETA is going to come after me now. But what I would say here is that what I'm saying is there is something that needs to be put down in your life, right? There's something that needs to be released. And it's like the second you release it, things are going to move forward for you very, very quickly. This is a very important reading for you, Aries, because you've definitely been dealing with very heavy energy. I feel like you've been dealing with this for a while. Whatever it is, it's like you've been dealing with something. But it's like the second you move on to your new thing is the second you find success, very, very quickly. You're going through a major positive change. I actually kind of like this. It is tough, but again, life sucks. Life is hard, right? Life is pain. But what we do to make it better is what makes it better in the first place, right? So I feel like it's not, I've heard people talk about how life is suffering. I'm like, yeah, there are certain elements of life where we do have to suffer because it causes growth. But at the same time, life does not have to be suffering. We can do things to make it better. We can do things to make the suffering less. And that is our job. So, I feel like that's what you're doing here with this energy. I do like this because I feel like it's going to lead to somewhere much better for you here, Aries. Yep, building blocks, building towards something new, basically. But I like this. So thank you for being here, Aries. I hope this helps. Thank you for watching. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising. And also feel free to like and subscribe. Really appreciate the support. But thank you, Aries, and definitely good luck.